comparison is a thief. You compare yourself like a lot. You might find your growth to be stale, which every creator goes through that. And then like you're not thinking clear as like why you started this whole thing in the first place.
Well, hello, Jerry.
He's known for his viral street interviews, million views on YouTube. He's showing the world Korea through his own authentic lens.
Hello, Eric.
It's good to see you today.
Same here, man. Same here.
Welcome to the Quiet Truth podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Yes.
me.
You're absolutely welcome. Did you get here okay?
I did. Like, this is our, second time meeting?
Yes.
It was raining.
It was raining.
It was raining.
And then
Yeah. It's, like, I don't know. Like, why do we always meet, like, when it's raining?
it's always so weather. You can never trust the weather. You can never trust what happens on the news. So random. And
That is
look,
true.
now sun's shining right now.
Right. It happened to us, like, the last time.
It did.
It did, yeah.
But right when we left, it was beautiful.
Beautiful.
back then.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Like, it's always a cheer. I don't know. It seems like the earth is telling us, like, something. What is it telling us?
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's still a beautiful day for
Mhm.
us to be here together and interview you. Thank you, of course, coming to the Quiet Truth podcast, where
Thank you
we
for having me.
introduce very insightful people and expose the hidden truths, hidden know-how, and maybe peel back the man behind Kexplorer.
Sounds amazing.
Okay, good. So let me get right into it.
Right.
So, of course, I love your channel, by the way.
Appreciate you. Appreciate
Love
you.
your channel. And the reason why I love your channel, because you give really raw, real truths and or hot takes and real reactions on what's happening,
Right.
the current trends, some taboos,
Mhm.
and real people's opinions about living in Korea.
Right.
What does K-Explorer mean to you?
Very curious, right? Like,
Right.
it's my baby, but I would definitely say it's more so people like it's very simple. If you're interested in Korean culture, you want to know more about Koreans, and you plan on living in Korea,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the channel to go for.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just like a combination of like these three things I just mentioned. Yeah.
So yeah, K-Explore the channel, like exploring Korea.
Right.
So I'm assuming Korean culture has definitely inspired you to open a channel.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So, like, how we started was I wasn't one to give the name. It was like a friend of mine. I don't even know how it came about. It was just like just Korean, just put K Explorer. It was like, dude, that sounds tacky. That's what I told him. But I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, let's just do that, because like the reason why I thought it was tacky was because it's like I don't want to put myself like in that one box, like Korean Explorer. It's like it makes no sense. I could
Gotcha.
do something else like in the future.
Gotcha.
You never know. Yeah. So
Okay.
before K Explorer, like I was running a channel about K-pop, street interviews as well. So
Okay,
yeah,
street
yeah,
interviews
street
as
interviews
well.
as well, yeah. But it's just about K-pop, like what Koreans think of this idol group, or like who is the most beautiful. Like I had a good run on that for like 4 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So what made you transition from K-pop to K-Explore?
exactly. That's a beautiful question. That friend that I was with that day, he told me, it was like, how long have you been living in Korea? Back then I was like, what? This is my 5th year now. I was like, dude, you know everything about living in Korea. Like, you've been on the streets, you've heard different stories from different people. But there's just great life about Korea. I was like, there's this channel though that's already doing it, you know? And I was like, I don't want to like, poke on their, you know,
You don't want
the
to feel like you're ripping their
yeah,
ideas.
yeah, yeah. Like I don't want to
You
feel
want to
like
be
that.
more original.
Right. Yeah. So it was like, don't worry about it. Like for them, they're news. For you, just keep it like, very lightheaded, casual, for like the regular viewers. I was like, sure, let's do that. And so I already had experience, like with the kind of videos that are just gonna go viral. It's like, yeah, whatever. So I got those videos out, and that is how, like I got my start with K Explorer.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it does make sense because K-pop just kind of doesn't put you in a tunnel,
No,
but it just
yeah.
puts you in a type of industry,
Exactly.
right? Then your friend, I think, definitely recommended a good idea since he said, "Hey, look, you know everything about Korean culture.
I know.
You've been living here for so long,
Right.
So, and for your friend to say that, I think that's pretty honorable because, you do have your perspective in Korea. So, how do you know about Korean culture? What brought you to Korea?
God, I love this question. Growing up, my mother, she watches a lot of TV series from like all over the world. So I grew up watching Philippine TV series, telenovelas, Italian as well, you know, and to name a few. So out of all those TV series, Korean was also part of it as well, like dramas.
So Korean K-pop, I'm sure made its way down there.
I think so. I don't know, but I think drama though is a big thing in Nigeria.
I no idea about this.
You definitely, of course,
Let's
wouldn't
touch
get.
into that a bit. How did your mom get into it? How did your mom get into K-pop? How did your mom get into K-dramas?
You know, she's a God bless her heart. She can watch TV for like the whole day. Yeah. So I grew up watching TV like the whole day as well. So you know, like we have cable TV, like it's called DSTV, like in Nigeria, and so like this DSTV, like you have channels that like show dramas,
Yeah.
always like from different countries, like you know, just like I mentioned, like Philippines, telenovelas from just like Mexico, yes, you know, like all those places. And so growing up watching that, and back then there were CD discs that you had to like buy.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm not that old, just no, like I'm
CDs.
yeah, CDs.
CDs. I was on VHS, sir.
Oh
Do you know
man,
what VHS is?
I've heard of it.
Oh my God. Let's just keep on rolling. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I grew up, you know, like in the CD era. So having cable TV and also like you know CD,
Yeah.
like we went back and forth. We like you know watching TV series like on those platforms. So hence we were able to like get through to Korean Korean dramas on the
So everything
yeah.
was burnt CDs.
It was burnt CDs.
burnt CDs.
Yeah.
Pirated and illegal. That's how I watched it too.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Oh,
it's just priority,
absolutely.
yeah. So it's like you go to like the shops, like there's so like a
Yeah.
lot of movies, you know, and dramas. So naturally, like you just this is Korean,
Okay.
that's new. Let's check it out.
Interesting.
Boom.
So
That was
these
it.
shops and these movie shops in Nigeria,
Right.
which city?
I lived in Abuja like most of my life, so yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And now, would you go to like a regular mart? There's a specific electronics center where you get these CDs?
Oh
or-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're literally like just their own, you know, like places. Just like, you know, like in Korea, for example, like you want to go to, I don't know, you go to a convenience store like to buy convenient things.
Right,
So like
right.
stores like that.
And there's just a section just
Gone.
full of
Oh.
burnt CDs from
Oh,
all
the
over the world. Right?
Whole shop.
Just a
the
whole
the
shop.
whole shop.
Intricate.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's how
Right.
your mom probably one day was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to the shop. Oh, there's a Korean guy over there. Let's
That's
the telenovela, CD. Let's see what it is. And
That
she
is
just
the-
popped it in.
Accurate, very accurate.
Wow,
That was
that's
it.
great.
I'm gonna start. Guess what we started with?
Stairway to Heaven. That was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Oh, you were close, but like we went in deep. We went in fast.
Oh wow,
Jumong.
Chumong. Wow, and I bet she was just captivated.
We watched the whole 50 seasons. Jesus, took us like weeks
Wow,
to get through all that. You know,
That's
back then,
amazing.
like the old Korean dramas are like, you know, they had like a lot of episodes.
Got it.
Yeah.
And what age were you when you first watched it?
I think I was like, just how old was I? I think like 15, 16. Like
So
that was when I got my start. Yeah.
I got it. So
Yeah.
when you watched the drama,
Right.
what really captivated you to really be into it over and over again? What about the story?
The seriousness, like it's just the history, like how passionate they were about, you know, their like the culture, the storyline, the actors, the action, everything just felt right. So there was, unlike, you know, Hollywood, like where you have, you know, explicit scenes. Dramas, no, Korean dramas, like you don't have that.
Yeah.
So like they make you, you know, like wait like 16 episodes like to get like the first kiss. It's like,
Oh
okay.
wow! I mean,
Yeah.
at least the first 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
really tell the backstory.
Oh,
What I love about the Korean dramas in the '90s is they just really focus on
They
the
do.
complete storytelling.
they do,
Yeah,
they do.
I loved it.
It's a slow burn.
It is.
I loved slow burn because telenovelas, you know, and like what was that again? Like the Philippine TV series as well. They did that. It was something like they did. Yeah.
I see. That's quite the perspective and quite the transition because you grew up with Korean dramas,
Right.
which is the slow burn.
Slow burn.
But then, technically, you did you do fast burn edits. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
So, and it's all about Korean culture now.
it's all about Korean culture now.
So first, as you know, a teenager, you were into Korean dramas because of your mom, which is
Right.
amazing. I think that's fascinating. All from ripped, burnt CDs. And now you're here
Yeah.
in Korea, sitting here with me, doing street interviews. One of the best interviewers out here in Seoul, for
Appreciate
sure.
you, man. Appreciate you, man.
So what got you to Korea?
So back, I'd always wanted to leave the country as a kid. Yeah, and I was looking for scholarships. So like right after high school, like I just wanted to do my university degree, get my degree just like outside. It did not matter, like just any country.
Mhm.
So uh I was looking at, like a bunch of countries, and I ended up, like finding the Korean government scholarship. I was like, well, okay, let's just do that. So I put in my application, and I was like, I got in.
And you got into
I went to a university in Iksan,
okay.
Wonkwang University. So it's not popular.
Doesn't matter, got you here, right?
I know. Oh, geez.
And
I was strategic about it
it's
because
good.
I knew about Korea,
Mhm.
like in general. So like I wasn't like extremely familiar, but like I knew that if I'm to apply in Seoul, the competition is crazy. I'm not gonna get anywhere. If I'm to apply to like Busan, like the big cities, I'm not gonna get anywhere. Let me go to like a university that has less competition. So that was my strategy.
If you want to be landed and dropped
Yeah,
and to learn Korean culture,
yeah.
real Korean culture, you got to go to the country shown.
That is true. But like I
Makes
said, like the reason why I chose Iksan was not to learn the Korean culture. It was just like I needed to win. Like I needed to leave, like the country. I wanted to be in Seoul. I wanted to be in the capital. I was living in the capital, like in my country. So
Gotcha.
why would I be? Yeah.
But what was your degree? What did you learn at Iksan? Then how did that get you strategically in Seoul?
It's a Seoul. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did not go straight to Iksan. So when I arrived in Korea, Incheon airport, like I went straight to Daejeon
Okay.
for my language. So we had to do like a 1 year language intensive course
Got it,
before we
got it.
started like our degree.
Mm.
So Iksan Wonkwang University was my degree. So at Iksan I studied software engineering. I growing up I wanted to do meta things. Like I wanted to work at Facebook, Google, all that stuff, coding. I wanted to be like, the next Mark Zuckerberg, type of thing. But yeah,
Software engineer.
software engineering.
So you learned software engineering,
Hmm.
and then you went to Iksan.
Right.
What did you learn in Iksan? What did you learn about Korean culture then?
Honestly, no, I was just zoned out.
You're zoned out.
I was just zoned out. I was literally like the only foreign looking person
Hmm.
in the whole school.
So when you
Yeah.
mean zoned out,
Hmm.
were you numb, or were you specifically zoned out for a reason? Like, did you not get along with anybody, or was the culture kind of very hard for you? Because going anywhere alone,
Right.
especially to a different country, which is not your motherland,
Hmm.
right? For me myself, me adjusting back to America as a Korean adoptee, it was very hard for me.
Yeah, can imagine.
So I could just imagine for you just being
Mm.
all alone, and, having language school and
Mhm.
Daejeon, then you go in Iksan, you said alone, right?
Right.
So what kind of struggles did you face there?
Zero struggles.
Zero struggles.
Zero struggles. Like I said, like what I meant by zoning out was I wasn't really thinking too deep about anything.
Mhm.
I wasn't interacting with almost no one. I had like a very good friend that I came with.
Mhm.
So like we talked about
Good
like a
job.
lot of things. It's just like that one person, my guy, and that was about it.
Mhm.
For me, like I go about my life not thinking too deep about anything.
Mhm.
Let's say I don't know, like someone just comes up to me and I don't know, they tap me on the shoulder, or like I'm sitting here, like they decide to like move there. I'm not gonna put like meaning to that. It's just that is my zoning out. So
I got it.
doing that, like I was really focused on whatever is going on around me. I was just focused on like my goals. And my goals was to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or just do something else.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, definitely you created a platform for yourself,
I
right?
can look at that, yeah.
So, and now for you to zoning out, I'm sure that was it definitely helped you to really focus on what you want to do.
Right.
And you said that your focus wasn't to be the next Mark Zuckerberg and especially do software engineer. But you definitely transitioned.
I
You
did.
went from focusing on that
Mhm.
to now doing street interviews,
Right.
100% culture.
Mm.
So how did that happen? Because you can't zone out to be a street interview.
No,
You have
just
to
no.
zone in.
Yeah, you have to zone in for that.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. So when you watch Hollywood movies, the way the code like is so good, like it's an art, like to build like a software, to build anything, like we just writing like a bunch of code. So like I wanted to do that so bad. So I was in science like throughout high school, like just throughout. I was just like in the science space. So natural. I was also like one of the best students like in high school when it came to like computer. Like we had like a subject that was just like computer language. So you learn everything about computer.
Got it.
I always aced that always like throughout years. So it's just not natural to me. So I came out here, but like what I thought versus like the reality was so different. Why am I having mathematics? I'm bad at math. I'm having mathematics in like from my year one, year two, and also like we writing codes as well. You have math and calculations. I don't like calculations. I hate it.
But evidently, you were
Calculations.
a good student.
I was like,
'Cause
yeah.
you studied. You
I said,
studied your
yeah.
ass off.
I know, Eric. But yeah, I don't know. So that threw me. It threw me off so bad. Yeah. So Java, Python, C, C++, all those languages where I was bad at it. I was terrible at it. I was like, okay, this is not fun. I'm not, no, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not gonna like get into this whole thing. So I watch a lot of YouTube. So back in Nigeria, you need to buy data to stream. I wasn't streaming back
No
then.
idea.
Yeah. So like you don't, unlike the first world countries like Korea, US, and like and whatnot, you have like unlimited access to internet.
Correct.
Back home, you have to pay
Huh.
for the internet. So it's like you just can't use your data. Like so like I wasn't streaming back home that much. So when I came to Korea, I was streaming YouTube videos every single minute. So I consumed a lot of content. So after experiencing me not liking like programming like in general, I was like, what can I do in my free time? Because I was getting stipend from the government. I was comfortable. That wasn't like going out. I wasn't buying anything, so I was fine where I was. I had a lot of free time. What can I do with my free time? So I consumed a little bit. I was like, well, let's just pick up content creation. Bought camera, did all the stuff. So that was how I got my start. I had a lot of free time.
So you had a lot of free time.
Yeah.
So you got your start, basically, of course, with the software engineering background.
Right.
And the transition was you were kind of burnt out from what I just heard.
Right.
Right. You were very burnt out. So then you got to Korea. Then how did you pick up that camera and start doing K-pop interviews?
Right. So when I came back in 2017, the like K-pop just started like blowing up. So you had Blackpink, you had BTS.
Oh, wow.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
So you go on YouTube, everybody's reacting to K-pop.
Yeah, it was the reaction videos where they
Yeah. Nobody was asking the people about K-pop
directly.
directly. Yeah. So it was like all these Westerners just reacting. So I was like, okay, this is a great space. Let's tap into it. That was it. So
And
it
that
was
was
very, yeah, it was very strategic. Yeah.
I got it. So from K-pop reaction videos now to Korean culture and everything under or the umbrella of Korea.
Right.
So what was the most difficult transition for you when you were going to K-pop to Kexplorer? Because it's such a broad range of topics.
It
Was
is.
it randomized? Did you have everything planned out?
Not really. So like my goal with doing show interviews for K-pop was like in the future, like I would love to interview like K-pop artists. That was literally like the goal.
Yeah.
So I stuck with it. I was very excited about like the future. It wasn't like about the now for me. It was like I saw far in it. So I grew up my skills, went out, asked Koreans, okay, react to this. What do you think of this? Who is this? And like, who is that? Just fun, like questions. And, people actually like loved that. But then like after doing that for so long, and mind you, like I was still in school, like, so I was going to graduate like, real soon.
Yeah.
And I always had it at the back of my mind, I'm going to move to Seoul as soon as possible. Like, I just can't wait till I get out of Iksan, So doing that like over the years, and as you grow, of course, like you need more money, you need more revenue, you need more, you need things to like, you need to scale, type of thing. So that wasn't scalable. It wasn't scalable. I did it for 4 years back then, and
that's
it
when you were
wasn't
still
going
in
anywhere.
Iksan, right?
Yeah. So I was going back and forth. I was going to like different cities. I wasn't shooting in Iksan. I was going to neighboring cities like Gwangju and Daejeon because like they were closer. So like that was where I was filming. Yeah. So like every weekend, like I just went out, just filmed.
Just hopped around.
Just hopped around alone, just like did that. But so doing that like over the years, and after my 4-year mark, I moved out of Seoul. I was like, okay, when I move out to Seoul, I will grind my ass off and just do this. I will go out every day. I tried out in my first month. I just earned $500. I was like, this is bad.
Okay, during your first month,
During my
you
first
just
month.
had $500.
$500 grinding for like doing interviews like every day
For a month.
for a month.
So hold on, you moved to Seoul. You
Yeah.
just had $500.
I moved to Seoul. No, I did not have just $500.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So it was the month that I decided to, okay, when I'm already done with school now,
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of time.
Got it.
So now I can pump out more content.
More content.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So is it pumping out more content? I just gave me like $500.
Got you. Got you.
So that was bad. I was like, this is bad. No, I can't.
Uh-huh.
Rent prices are high.
Uh-huh.
Like Seoul is expensive in general.
Exactly.
This is not Iksan.
So when you got your foothold or your finally got into Seoul,
Right.
how was it like grinding for you? Like where did you end up? Like did you end up at a hostel? Did you end up like staying like in room shares, couch surfing, or where were you?
Eric, you'd be surprised. I had a good house. I had a good home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go about I don't plan
Mm-hmm.
too far ahead, but I'm very strategic like with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I had already saved up. I knew like the rent prices, like in the deposit price and also like the rent prices are going to be high. So like all this time, like while I was in university,
Mm-hmm.
I was in the dorm.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly. So I never saw myself like living out. Like, why would I live out like in Iksan? No, that is sad. It's a very sad life. I don't want to do for it. So sad. I prefer the dorm. Mind you, I wasn't always like in the dorm. I was probably like out in Daejeon or Gwangju filming.
Got it.
Yeah. But anyway, so I just saved up. So I had savings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when I came out of Seoul, I found a great place and yeah, I just stayed there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Start with adjustments because you just first got to Seoul.
Right.
And now you can finally grind as much as possible, just pump out content.
Right.
You know, of course, as a creator, plan A really never works sometimes, right? So what I mean is when you first started then,
Right.
what do you remember were the struggles of really starting to do K-culture content as Kexplorer?
Right.
Yeah.
For Kexplorer, to be honest with you, like I said, like I already had like experience with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew content that were gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I got those ones out like as fast as possible.
Got it.
They did well. It was a no-brainer. I wasn't surprised. I just knew it was gonna work. It was easy.
Understood.
So I did that and I saw, like a potential, like in just building like this culture. And a lot of people, like back then wanted to move to Korea, wanted to like know about Korean culture. There was nobody like
Especially.
providing that content. So it was just like a free market to like, just get stuff out. So it was right on struggles, was just like exciting, the whole process, because there was like no competition like in the space. So yeah.
There had to be a little bit of bad cases, specifically. I guess let's just put on all interviewees. What was like some like the craziest interview that you did? And what was like a crazy experience to where they didn't want to do it, like,
Right.
specifically?
Yeah. So when it comes to, so I shoot during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
So hands, like during the daytime, you don't find crazy people, or even if they're crazy, I wouldn't know. Yeah, it's because like once the camera is on, everybody puts on a show.
That is true.
Everybody, like they put on a hat, like a cap, So I've never had like that crazy experience. But if you want to get something like that, you have to do like the nightlife type of shooting.
Like the home day interviews.
Yeah, okay, now that is very different. But so during the daytime, everybody's like pretty chill. But then when it comes to rejections, though, I don't take rejection well, And of course, like doing shooting interviews, like it's part of the job. Like you get rejected, like you're not supposed to have feelings with that. Which of course, like so, I'm taking your time. They're probably like going somewhere. They might have different experiences. Like you don't know what is going on. But I've had cases where it was actually coming mostly, I think, from foreigners. I don't know. I think I do well with rejections when it comes to Koreans. It's just like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
we can do that. But it's a foreigner now. I don't know, for some reason, like it just it hits me
something
hard.
kind of triggers you, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, no hate to them, or anything. You can do that, but like there are ways you can actually say no without being like a
So
douche.
maybe their politeness wasn't there.
No, just no. I'm gonna tell you about it. So like I had so back then I had a different assistant like helping me out to like ask people, and we had like this foreign lady come, and I was like, she has a great style. This is the person we're looking for. Go for it. And then like she was coming over here, and we had our setup here. She was coming over here, and it was gonna be like, she was like, as I was coming talking, she was like, and she just kept walking. It's like,
Oh, so you were coming to talk to her and she just
Yeah.
gave you the hand?
oh yeah, literally. So I wasn't the one who was my assistant.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's like, you can say no, but like you don't. That was too
Yeah, that's
much.
rude.
I don't
That's
know what
too
you're
much.
going through.
You've done so many different topics in your
Yeah.
street interviews and so many different people.
Mm,
I love the way how you put everything together.
appreciate you.
What specific topic
Mm,
you really wanted to do? If you remember, what what topic did you really like doing,
mm.
or got the most views, or you saw in the comments it was like, oh, people were commenting all over. Do you remember those specific videos or genres?
There were multiple videos, even like one like recently. What's like? Why did you choose to why did you choose to live in Japan over Korea?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so I traveled to Japan for that, to Tokyo actually for that, and I was able to like get great people to interview. Everybody gave their like their opinion, and they were so I saw like the video having potential. Of course, like Japan powerhouse on the internet, people love Japanese
Yes,
content about Japan.
yes.
Korea, people of course like are interested. So like it's this very polarizing worlds. So I
Mhm.
was just like, okay, let's get it out. Went to Japan for 3 days, got out the content, came back, edited the video what like in a day two,
Mhm.
got it out. From the get go, it was wild. Even
Yeah.
up until now, people are like, like in the comments, like being like, oh my God, in like Japan, it's a lot better. Korea, it's this, or Korea is this, Japan. The reason, of course, like, as a creator making this content is to give you like an insight of what life is like in like these countries. And also like these are these people's experiences. It might not be your experience. People always ask me about racism all the time. Jesus, Sherry, have you had racism in Korea? I'm like, no. I don't even go out that much to experience it. No, to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just like I told you earlier on, I'm zoned out. Like I don't nitpick into like things.
Hmm.
To some people, they might find like as a racist thing that
Hmm.
happened to them.
Hmm.
To me, I don't even like. I'm not even like in that headspace there to be
Hmm.
thinking because I'm probably like focused on like something like when I'm out.
Well, of course, you're
Yeah.
focused on the next probably streamed interview, and you definitely have your network here as well
Right.
too. You definitely have your safe zone here,
Mm,
and that's very interesting to say. I mean, because going back onto the Japan and the Korean uh, interview that you
right.
did, right? And going back to the comments, I'm sure you've seen not only is it polarizing and competitive between Japan and Korea,
Mm.
but I'm sure you can see in those comments, I'm sure there's some racial comments there as well.
Oh, 1,000. Yeah.
1000%, right?
1,000. Yeah.
I'm sure that's why people would generally ask you, hey, what did you feel when
Yeah.
you came over to
People all like
Always.
it's still the same question
No.
on the streets. And like whenever I go out, sometimes nowadays you're like, oh hey Jerry, like I love your content, like whatever. But how is it like living here for you? I'm like, it's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I could
That's
tell you
good.
more, but like it's just it's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is not me like trying to be like, oh my God, like I don't want to get canceled. I'm like, Jesus, I don't want to. My content is not for I don't know Koreans. I don't have to please anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you want to watch the content, you watch the content. It's
Mhm.
like so just because like I say something bad about I don't like a country or like a culture, like I'm gonna get canceled and
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
livelihood. No. Cheers. Like I could never do this. Is like if something did not happen, I can't make it up.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So, of course, you fell in love
Right.
with Korea and Korean culture because your mom, the CDs,
Yeah, the
those
CDs,
those
ooh.
burnt CDs and the burnt
Right.
dramas came over here to Iksan. You're like, I'm out. I'm out. Time to K interviews.
Oh yeah.
Now, what do you love about Korea now compared to when you first moved here in 2017?
Right. What I love about Korea, honestly, ooh, that's a very hard question.
Mhm.
And the reason why I said that's very hard, it's because like I'm so used to everything
Mhm.
now that I'm forgetting like to be grateful.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Human beings, like yeah.
Right, right.
But definitely like the convenience. People talk about like safety all the time. I'm like, I mean, I couldn't relate. I lived in Nigeria. Did I go out at night? Sometimes, but I just so in Korea, it's just the convenience, honestly, and
Mhm.
the opportunities, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Now going
yeah.
back to the opportunities,
Mm.
and you said sometimes you feel you take it for granted.
Right.
Now, if you compare the comparison to Nigeria to here,
Mm.
and your aspirations in growing up as a kid
Right.
in Nigeria to here, what kind of opportunities that are different, or what kind of situation that made you feel safe?
Right. So for Korea, you can succeed one way or the other.
Mhm.
I mean, like that's the way I think about it. And for me, I got lucky like in the space where I, got lucky with content creation.
Mhm.
Yeah. I have friends that graduated and stayed back working in Korean companies. While yes, it might be they had like a lot of problems, or like they have a lot of problems, but still like they were given that opportunities. They are from also like from other African countries as well. In Nigeria, I think I zoned out from Nigeria ever since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Before,
Did you
yeah,
zone out? You
yeah.
mean like just you weren't even focused on the bad
I
parts,
wasn't focused on Nigeria. I was focused on leaving the country.
leaving the
And the reason
country?
why that was because I had an aunt, so like a husband back then. That was this was like 2008, 2009. The husband won like an American lottery back then when it was still like, a big thing in Nigeria. And so he moved with his whole family. He had kids back then to
To
America.
America.
Yeah, so I saw that I was like, I started
There's a way
crying.
out.
No, I started crying. I wanted to go as well. I wanted to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, mind you, like I wasn't. We're doing okay in Nigeria. We're doing fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to leave. I don't know. It was just
You just wanted to leave.
I just
What
wanted
was
to
the
leave.
reasons why you wanted to leave Nigeria, especially in 2008?
I consumed like a lot of Western content, like
Got it.
Hollywood. I was just like,
Got it.
there's a big world out there. I could do things. Yeah.
So instead of focusing on the bad situations that maybe give you more fuel to leave the
Right.
country, you focus on the dream and the vision that could
Yeah.
get you out of the country.
Right.
It wasn't tunnel vision. It's just that you just saw a very clear avenue
Right.
because your cousin, excuse me, your aunt and uncle left, and that's what happened.
That is true.
That means it's real. It can happen.
Yeah.
And then you did it.
Right.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very fascinating.
Yeah.
To zone out or just. But for you, I feel like you were just focused.
I was
You're
focusing.
a focused human being.
I
You said you're you're
focused.
bad at mathematics, but evidently not with drawing.
No. Yeah.
So I think that's what makes you who you are today as Kexplorer. I can
Right.
see that grind in you,
Yeah.
right?
for sure.
So what kind of advice would you give to other content creators such as yourself? What struggles you keep on going through right now that
Yeah.
every content creator needs to be aware of in your field? Or what kind of struggles are they going through?
Right now, to be honest with you, I need to find that zeal to keep going, like the grind. I feel like I'm losing the grind. I don't feel like I'm literally like losing the grind. The reason why I say that is because comparison is a thief.
Mm-hmm.
You compare yourself like a lot. You might find your growth to be stale, which every creator goes through that. Like you have that phase where it's like, oh my God, everybody wants me. And you have that phase where it's like very calm. Am I dying? Like, am I losing my momentum?
I see.
It happens, And so when you're like, like in a very calm phase, and also like, you feel like you're losing your momentum, and you see like all the people that are just starting out, you're just like, oh my God, like, like they're like the new hot person.
Right.
It's easy to like, just find yourself like in
I
that
see.
comparison. That it's so you find yourself like in that mental space, and then like you're not thinking clear as like why you started this whole thing in the first place. Yeah. So that mindset, I would say like that is the space that's the headspace I'm like in right now, and I'm trying to get myself like together because just like you said earlier on, like I'm very focused. I'm like laser focused. I have to make it work. So for me, I look at things long term. So like even if it's a slow burner, we wait it out. We'll work it out one way or the other. But nowadays, I don't know. Like I think I derailed, or I'm derailing. So I'm trying to like get myself back on track. Like in that headspace and like be really focused. So being like a content creator, like that's just that one thing. Like, as long as you're laser focused and you're like consistent with like what you're doing, and you're okay to adapting to change. Social media always changes. Like what people want changes. The videos you'd make back, let's say 2-3 years ago, may not work today. Oh, surprisingly, Jesus. So
That is true.
you should always, like be aware of like those changes and be on your feet, like to change. Yeah. So that's
complacency and getting into yourself
yeah.
is probably then should be an indicator.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't be complacent.
Right.
Because there's always current new trends.
Yeah, there's-
Keep up with the current new trends.
that's true.
Let comparison be a motivator instead of
Right,
demotivator, right?
Yeah.
Right, but it's hard to do, right? Because I just said, you see these new young bucks come up, new contents pushing up. Oh, there's a new thing. Then the next thing. Then like, oh my God, how did he get 100,000 views? And now I'm at still 50K with something similar. What did he do different than me?
Yeah.
All these questions are still questions that need to be answered.
That's true.
So, and I think that's a struggle for every content creator is the constant push, the constant innovation that's going on. Because as you said before, 2 or 3 years ago, everything was very short term, short format, but long format's coming back now too.
It is coming back.
Right? So but the interesting part is in your field, right? Especially with the street interviews. Going back to the comparison part, when you compare, how do you get into your own mind? You're like, you feel that burn. You really feel that burn.
You feel that burn.
Or you feel that where you're like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And what made you feel that way?
Eric, you're really good at this. You're asking the right questions. Jesus, look at you. I'm having goosebumps. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was last year mentally. Lord, mind you, like I'm not thankfully financially I'm not even struggling because like I'm not the type of person that actually like just buy like useless stuff. Like I don't do unnecessary things. So financially I'm okay, but I don't know, like you just find yourself like always comparing. So last year, just like I'll go back to the Korea Japan comparison now. A lot of people are like, oh, Japan is dying and Korea like is on the rise. I'm like, no, it's not. The only thing that is rising about Korea, it's the K-pop and K-drama. And you have a die-hard fan for just those things. Korean culture, it's not as big as you make it out to be. So these people that are interested in Korean dramas and K-pop are not as interested in Korean culture. And when they're interested in the drama and and the song, they're just interested in the artist, not the country. So of course, since they're interested in the artist, like in the country, like everything just okay, yeah, whatever. Like what is this career about? Like let's try out the food and blah 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 blah. Unlike Japan has like a long history. It's so deep. I had no idea about this until I started creating content about Korea. It is so deep. It is so enrooted. Yes, it's calm now, but it's still like last year I had like this creator, like he creates street interviews about Japan. Pretty similar stuff, of course, like it's fine. He made a video about, so I was working on a video on things you should not do in Korea as a foreigner.
Okay.
Of course, naturally you want to ask Koreans. So for that video, I was like, this is a great topic. I did not see it, I was just like, okay, this is a good topic. I need to make it. I've never made it. I was fortunate enough to ask two older men, which, oh Lord, they gave beautiful advices. And then like every other person was younger. I got so I was editing the video, and then boom, I said the one about Japan. The guy, literally like the guy, he made it about Japan, like things you should do as a foreigner, like in Japan. I was like, if I get my content out, like it feels like I'm copying you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Even though the ideation was strictly original.
It's not even about originality at first. It was just like I did not see it anywhere. I thought it was good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, actually, it's
I mean,
about the same.
what I mean original is that you thought about it through your own self.
Yeah.
You just did it. But then again, boom, it's right there already.
It was a date. I was editing the video. It was already there. So I was like, okay, great. Let's get this video out before it becomes 2-3 days and people think I'm copying.
Exactly.
So boom, I got the video out like the next day. Guess what? The video did not perform well as I thought. Eric, I want to lose my mind.
Yeah.
The other guy, 10 times my views in a day. 10 times my views. Jesus, Eric, Lord, you had no idea.
Oh, I bet that really.
Oh, I
really
wanted to
affected you.
scream.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Everybody's talking about the Korean craze. You create content about Korean culture, nobody watches. Bro creates content about, I don't know, Japan culture. Everybody and their grandmother is on there. That happened for the whole of 2025. I was just like, at one point I was like, I'm just gonna stop looking at this guy's content because at this point it's making no sense. Japan is way bigger. Korea, it's a very niched noise. It's like when there's like a lot of like when you're playing drums, like of course like you hear the noise around, but like it's actually just like it's just coming from like this one thing. I feel like that's what it's about. Unlike Japan where it's like it's spread out.
I got what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. Especially on the cultural points. I got you. Yeah. And right now, I mean, Japan still has decades of more time of being out there culturally, especially exposed to the world. Right. And now, besides the 90, was a K-wave movement with the dramas, now it's coming out. Korea's kind of coming out. And to be honest, you are one of the voices of that. And, now, because of what you just said, Japan it's had its time a few more decades than Korea
Right.
has had, right? And now you're doing, K content and Korean culture content, and that's something that really affected you in a way, right?
It did, it did. It's
Absolutely, I can
like,
tell
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
thought, like, okay, like it's gonna be like, the next big thing. It's
Hmm.
like, okay, everything's actually gonna hit.
Hmm.
But then like that is actually like not the reality.
Some stuff does not.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
not some stuff, a lot of stuffs that you think wouldn't. I think it's an interesting conversation
Mhm.
starters. Like, when I don't just consume content, I study content. So
Yeah, correct.
when it comes to, like topics, ideation, all that stuff, I consume different content from for one, you might find me one day watching like a stream interview
Hmm.
about like, I don't know, Italy, or
Hmm.
like someone interviewing like Italians about something.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that is a good one. It has like good views. Let me try to like, ideate something about Korea. And then you do it and it's like, nobody cares.
And nobody cares and it flops,
Of course. And so
especially
it's
with
like,
all the work that you put into. Right?
right. And to be
Like you
honest, like I
study.
said, like it's, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just not, like just putting out content there just because like I feel like putting it out. It's like
Uh,
what I think, like would create conversations, what I think would show Korean culture more.
mhm.
But apparently though, like the content that I think wouldn't work, let's just okay, make it and see, tends to work. But usually they tend to be on the more negative side.
Mhm.
For example,
Wow.
yeah. So which honestly like is one of the factors that really drives me, like really,
Probably insane.
it,
Just pulled your hair out.
it
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
Uh,
One was honestly, I did not see this video doing well. So that was like earlier this year. I was like, you know what? A lot of Koreans are slim.
mm.
Everybody's talk beauty standards is also like a topic about
Oh,
Korea
beauty
that always
standards. Yeah,
does well.
absolutely.
So I was like, okay, you know what do Koreans eat to stay slim?
Hmm.
I saw that video about it wasn't like a straight interview. So like a French lady that lives in America was just made like a whole video about like what French people eat to stay slim, or how French people eat to stay slim,
Hmm.
type of thing. That
Got it.
was the title. I was like, this is perfect. Let me
Hmm.
make a video about it like in Korea. I wasn't anticipating. I was just like, I think it's a good topic. I did it, boom, over 500,000 views. I was like, why do you all care about this? Like it makes no sense.
I
Guess
see.
what? I was watching the video. It was just everyone was just eating like deep pop, like just house food. Like
Hmm.
it was just it was it wasn't that interesting to be honest.
Hmm.
But apparently like people found it interesting in
Now,
like
when
a
people
weird
find
way.
it
Yeah.
interesting, was it your database more foreigners that were finding interesting, or was it more locals?
Oh, but it's foreigners. I create content for foreigners.
Absolutely.
But then again, of course, like when you go through the comments, it's like genetics or the beauty standards like is so harsh, or like they try to make it like in a negative way as possible.
Hmm.
Like everything doesn't have to be negative.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like show you like authentic Korean culture,
Hmm.
but for some reason, if I try to show you like the good side as much as possible,
Hmm.
you don't watch it. But
Got
then
it.
like okay, let's talk about like the bad parts. Then you're quick to like jump on the bad one. I'm like, what is happening to you? Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
where's it coming from? Like,
The netizens, huh?
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. Well,
That
they are. They can be.
yeah.
They can be.
But it's like when your community
Hmm.
happens to be, I'm not saying like my whole community is like that, but it's like you create content for so long, you try to understand like your community. To be honest, I don't think I have a community. To be
Hmm.
honest with you, yes, you might have seen my videos.
Hmm. Why
It's like
why do you think you're not building a community? I mean, evidently you're building a channel. Evidently, like you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
that. Yeah,
Evidently, you have hundreds of thousands of comments.
that is yeah.
Right.
It sounds good number wise, but
Yes, but I guess what I see, what I feel as if you're saying you're not building a community is because all the comments are, let's say, more negative. Is that what you're trying to
there
tell?
are a lot of positive comments. They are, but I feel like it's like when you have like a lot of videos online. When you have a lot of videos online, it starts becoming you start building like a certain type of community
Hmm.
that you don't understand the reason why they're doing like certain things. And the reason why I said that is because while yes, I create educational videos and just videos that that are catered towards like foreigners, I feel like my audience just save the video and just forget. There was this one video that I really, oh my God, Eric, I planned it out. I was certain because a lot of people are moving to Korea. A lot of foreigners are moving to Korea.
Hmm.
How much did you spend moving to Korea, Eric?
Yes, I think I did watch that video.
Sounds amazing, right?
Yeah,
It's a great stuff. Like,
Because people would generally want to know because everybody's moving here and or
Everybody.
long-term stay and or the was it the digital nomads, right?
I've met a lot of people that are doing like the digital nomad stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the working holiday.
Yes.
There are a lot.
Yes, correct.
So I was like, oh yeah, sure. Let's do this for the community, my community.
Understood. Yeah.
No, Eric, that video, it performed so bad.
Yeah. So that video you thought it was doing because you were really passionate about your community.
Of course.
Because you, of course, done it yourself.
Yeah.
But then the other video, like going back to the video of just benchmarking about the food,
Right.
The French lady, how French people stay slim.
Yeah.
You just were benchmarking like, hey, let's just do this.
Yeah.
But I don't think what some viewers don't understand is it's like, regardless, it takes a lot of time and effort for both of them to be pushed.
It does.
And also, consistently, everybody else is doing their own content, right? So then you see, oh my gosh, why did this perform better than me? And I came out first. I had the idea and creation first. I launched it, and then it just plummeted.
It plummets, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you really, like nailed it because getting out in like these show interviews, like it is not easy.
Yeah.
Because I start shooting from like 11 a.m. and to sometimes 4 or 5 p.m.
Got it.
Trying to look for, I'm not just asking everybody on the streets. I'm very specific. People that are very interesting looking, I can use for thumbnail, like
Yeah, there's
just
a
all
lot
those
of
elements.
things.
Yeah.
Yes,
So like
yes.
it takes time. Plus the rejections. So it's like, this, all this, and then I go back home. Okay, let's try to get like the best bits of this whole interview because I don't put like all the questions I ask online. No, it's just gonna make the video like an hour long.
Yeah,
You know?
I got you. Yeah.
So just put the best bits. Try to like, not make any moments like boring.
Mm-hmm.
Clean background, clean visuals, crisp audio.
Mm.
It's just a very simple thing.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really love your street interviews because
Appreciate it.
it looks so organic and you're just so comcomfortable. You exude their very natural responses to what it seems to me,
Yeah.
right? So to be honest, your finished product, it looks like everybody has said yes to you.
Right,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I did.
I mean, hey,
So,
yeah,
but,
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, it's just watching the videos, I think it's actually like pretty easy, but no.
But
I
the
did a lot of-
rejections, because I remember we were
Yeah.
just talking about before, the rejections were like, sometimes you're like, it kind of affects you, makes you livid sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So what is the percentage, the amount of people reject you to the percentage amount that says, yes, let's do the street interviews?
Okay, now that's a beautiful question, and the reason why I like that question is because I don't personally get rejected because I don't personally ask people. I used to go up to people in my early days, but now like I have some like assistant like helping me to film, so
Oh, that
now
helps a
they
lot.
do. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Like I told you earlier on, I don't deal with rejections well.
Yeah. Now, when you were doing it before,
Mm.
what was the stats of like people saying no to yes?
Eric, I have a beautiful story for you.
Okay, I'm ready to hear that beautiful story. Let's listen.
Back in 23,
Uh-huh.
one of the reasons I learned Korean like so hard is to be able to like communicate with locals, like understand them, like be able to chat with them, like make them feel comfortable. So I went up to like the locals Koreans and be like, 하리 안녕하세요. 뭐 혹시 뭐 간단한 인터뷰하고 있는데 혹시 한 1, 2분 정도 혹시 시간 내주시면 되게 감사하겠습니다. 이 유튜브 영상이다 보니까 뭐 어쩌고. Within like the next, I don't know, 1 minute, like I've already, what I'm about. I have my mic with me. You know what I'm about. I'm not trying to sell you anything, like preach to you, or like whatever. Just be in my interview. And I told them it's only just gonna take in like 2 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
It's always never 2 minutes. It takes more. Like it's just so that they would feel comfortable. Rejected. All in Korean.
Mhm.
They understand me perfectly.
Yes.
Rejected. Rejections. I had a friend with me back then that was helping. His Korean is not as good as mine. He understands Korean here and there. But it's like, yeah, whatever. Went up to them, spoke to them in English. They said yes. Eric. Oh, God.
Well, I feel you there. So let's tell me.
Bruh,
That's just crazy.
Eric, I was perplexed. I was stunned. I had a lot of emotions going on. I was like, this is ridiculous. Bro spoke English. His Korean is not even as good as mine.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even know, let's just say that he doesn't know Korean. He just spoke to you in English. I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What makes... He got everybody. He got everybody. I got rejected. He did it in English. I did it in Korean. Literally,
I
dude,
know.
just speak to them in English.
So you got all the rejections.
Right.
And he got all of saying yes.
Right.
And you ended up interviewing them
Of
anyway.
course.
Okay,
Oh,
now let's
man.
touch on that then, because besides the fact that he spoke in English,
Right.
was there another factor?
Nothing.
It was all in English?
Of
That's
course.
because, even though that they were Korean.
Eric, I was close. I was there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
No factor.
And that's you being not only culturally sensitive, but that's you speaking, well, to be honest, our language, right?
Right.
And
Eric, I was just simida. I was just like all the people you can think
oh my
of.
gosh, yeah. You know what? That would affect me too. Because all this, the positive moments, all of the effort. Because I know
Right.
you work hard. Is to even to learn Korean and to really project it and to do it in a kind way
Right.
and to be, you know, culturally Korean.
Sure.
And then one person speaks English and gets it all.
I gets it all.
Gosh.
So ever since then, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna speak Korean. We'll do all this in English.
Yeah.
I would do the interview in Korean, and it worked.
And then that worked.
And then that worked.
Interesting.
I know. Arizona. Don't ask me what I don't know. I still find it weird to this day. I find
That
it
is
weird.
weird. Interesting.
Yeah, it's it was a part of a process that I learned like in a really hard way, and that hurt me like in many ways. But I was just like, yeah, that we're not gonna put like so much emotions into this, and just like just focus on like getting results, and I switched strategies and just work.
Got it. Well, that's good that you switch strategies. So for anybody going out there, switch strategies, get the assistant, pay it, right? Double down on that.
Yeah.
Then I'm sure that, got you a lot more surplus.
Oh, of
right?
course, yeah. For me, I was just like things I don't like doing, I would rather outsource it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You also like do the same thing, like the last time we actually talked, like we met in person, you were like, things I don't like doing, I would just outsource it. You told me that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially the little things that that can get done that will enhance,
Right.
not only your content, but your
That's
time and value to where you need to get out there and push out those street interviews.
That is true.
Absolutely.
That is true.
So now going back to the street interviews, was there any street interviews that you just could not publish?
And it's true.
There had to be.
Yeah, thinking about I need to think good.
Please do. You
Cause
got time.
oh man, it's like because most of the interviews I tend to like push out.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to like post more because if I know it's gonna be very controversial, I don't put it out. Just because it's just gonna bring in like negative. Even like from the early days, I knew that. I already knew that. So, but yeah,
Controversy sometimes is good. Like, for example, American controversy, people do it. Or Western controversy,
That is
right?
true.
The whole left and the right when it comes to government politics, that kind of content blows up. Now, okay, not asking specifically who, but what kind of content that was controversial that you just could not do, even though that you filmed it.
yeah. Well, that's a beautiful question. You get
Yeah.
me? Because like when you interact like with so much people,
Correct. Yeah.
like it's just
Absolutely. So yeah. As you think about it, because you're right. Some kind of controversies is the whole. Sometimes you get canceled.
you
Sometimes
do
you
like
get
get canceled.
canceled,
You get
right?
canceled. So to talk about like the controversies between like the West and this side of the country. So as a creator, what I found out like doing Korean content is that as a foreigner, you shouldn't like there's this unspoken rule that you shouldn't create a controversial topic about like the country you're living in as a foreigner. You don't have the right. They're not telling you. No, nobody's telling you that.
Right.
Like it's just unspoken. Like it's just it's
Yeah.
there.
Kind of like taboo.
Yeah. Let me give you an example.
Let's go.
Something like in my early days, Jesus, like I already had like over 100K following. So it's like, there was this, I knew about Koreans, like some Koreans eating dog. It's a thing. Not the younger generations. I thought it was going to like be an interesting topic.
Yeah.
So I knew we might get it back. I wasn't really sure. I was just like, let's just do it.
Okay.
I went out to Hongdae, I asked like a lot of Koreans about the topic. God, they were nice, Eric. Everybody wanted to talk about it. Everybody. My rejection rate that day was like almost 0. Yes.
Wow.
That is how much they wanted to tell people that no, we don't eat dogs. Yes, there's still some people that do, and also
Right.
like the older generation that did in the countryside. But like here in Seoul, it's not a thing. They were passionate about it. Nobody was offended. Nobody.
Correct.
beautiful interview. I was so positive about it.
Yeah.
So before, because like going in, I was just like in my head. I was like, how did you feel about it? And like and whatnot. I wasn't even thinking about like the internet. No, I was just like the people. But the
Correct,
people,
yeah.
everybody was excited. So I got out the video. I was pumped about it. Boom. I was getting canceled.
You got canceled?
I was getting Eric.
Getting canceled by the community?
Of course. I wouldn't even
Wow.
call I wouldn't even call them like a community. They're just like, how dare
Well,
you?
the
Who are you?
netizens.
Yeah. Who are you? How dare you? Imagine me going to Africa asking them like, why are you poor? I'm like, bro, what are we talking about?
Now, was this foreigners saying, how dare you?
Literally, foreigners, Eric.
But this is
foreigners.
yeah, so
I you know, so it's unspoken. If it was a Korean that asked that question, it would have been praised. It would get a lot of views. I wasn't the views honestly back. It wasn't even that high. The comments, bruh. It was like over 1,000 comments of just like pure madness. The dislikes back then, YouTube had dislike through the roof. Through the
wow.
roof. I was like, this is unheard of.
When you reach that burnout phase, or when you learn from that experience with all those hated comments for those netizens. Now, what are you more focused on now to expose into Korean content or Kexplorer content?
To be honest, I feel like light-headed topics that are just fun, quick.
Yeah.
Now I want to focus more on the Gen Z. Because I tested out, like a bunch of topics. So I saw a documentary about like Korean Gen Z is like no longer working. I don't know if you saw the documentary. The thumbnail, is it by DM whatever, like on YouTube. The thumbnail was like there was a couch, and the person just like there was just like a random guy like just laying down like on the
Right.
couch. Yeah. So that was the thumbnail. I saw, and it got like good views. I was like, oh, okay, how about we take this like we do a street version of this, like a street interview, get like opinions about it. So I got the video out. Surprisingly, it did well. Why Korean Gen Zs are no longer working? Apparently, it did well. Literally like the same title. It's just like different stuff. It's to like the video is still also like doing well as well.
That's
I was
good.
like, that's good. Okay, so it got me thinking. Okay, you know what? Like, let me tap into like the Gen Z opinions about the Korean Gen Z, their opinions, like all those stuff, and just like lightheaded, fun. Street interviews actually originally are supposed to like just be fun and not just like quick, but just fun. And you just get opinions of different people.
Exactly.
It doesn't have
Just raw
to
and
be
real.
deep. Yeah, just raw and real. It shouldn't be deep. Like what is your favorite like American food? That is a street interview. What is your favorite, I don't know, Mexican food? That is what street interviews originally supposed to be about.
Got it.
While of course like once in a while you might chip in, like, okay, what do you think about Korea, or like, blah blah blah, think, thought process. But like all those little nuances, like that is what original street interview is about. But over the years, of course, like it matures, content mature, and it becomes like it becomes its own form. So I'm trying to like go back to like what street interviews are about originally, and it's
Got
like
it.
just focus more on like the Korean Gen Zs.
Got it.
I feel like that would appeal more to because a lot of people that like Korean culture are Gen Zs
That's
around the
true.
world.
Around the world,
So
yeah.
of course, like if the
Correct.
topic is deep, nobody wants to watch. Like it's too deep for them.
Got it. So keep it lighthearted, keep it positive.
Let her positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean by hitting the Gen Z culture.
It's in
You
Gen Z
mean
culture.
Western wise.
Western wise,
into
yeah,
Korea.
into Korea, and it's like just mostly interested with Korean Gen Zs. So that Gen Zs understand Gen Zs. Gen Zs don't really understand millennials or I don't know, boomers or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got you. So what's your hot take on Gen Z's Korean locally?
My hot take on Gen Z locally. Korean Gen Zs they're wild. They're oof. I don't know where people got the thought process about like No, Jesus, they're open. They're open to anything.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
be surprised. Like Western Gen Zs, they have like self how do you say it? Like self restraint.
Yes.
Korean Gen Zs, no, they go all out.
Really?
It's like there's no breaks.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
have you seen that I haven't? I mean, I'm not a Gen Z if you didn't know. I'm not a Gen Z if you didn't know.
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Call me Unk for now, okay?
Yes.
So tell me,
Yeah.
what are Gen Zs doing now that's so like open-minded?
Open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Korean Gen Z, or like, are you talking about Korean Gen Z or Gen Z in general?
Gen Z's in Korea.
Gen Z in Korea. So Gen Zs in Korea nowadays are open to doing to literally like dating anyways. They don't care. They're open to exploring different cultures. They're open to trying out new things. They're open to starting like a new revolution. So back in the days, of course, like if we're to base it off of gender, Korean women Gen Z are open to wearing sleeveless shirts compared
Got
to
it.
the past. They're open to having more tats on their body
That
compared
is
to the
so true. I've
past.
seen that
Yeah,
so much. Yes.
more piercings. They are vocal. They
I
are not like
totally understand.
what like the Westerners might think about like Asian women. No, they're not like that anymore.
Hmm.
And they're more about like the modern, like if we're talking about dating, they're more so about the independency, and of course you might have like a lot of people argue about, oh no, like it's the American culture that is actually like, influencing them. Nah, I don't think so. There might be a point there, but I just feel like they're more like independent and like by themselves.
Yeah, the fact that becoming more vocal now, I think that's an indicator that their Gen Zs are speaking up because of the cultural pressure.
Yeah.
And now, they're not as working as much. The job opportunity isn't there,
Yeah.
right? So, what do you see from these Gen Zs interviews
Mm.
that are maybe, what do you call it, like stressors to them? Do you see any stressors from the interviews that you are asking them? Like, it seems like they want to vent. Are they venting
Mm.
out,
Mm-hmm.
or are they really stressing out during
Yeah.
some interviews?
Yeah, I would say like they're mostly venting rather than
Mm-hmm.
stressing out. Or it's a little bit of both. So it's the competitiveness, like of the society.
Mhm.
They're so done with that. They were so done with that. They're like, I want to just move out of the country. Yes, they love Korea.
Mhm.
Like it's safe, it's convenient. They're like this. If you have money, they say by them like if you have money in Korea, Korea is the best country to live in. There's no doubt about that. But then like when you think about like the competitive, like they don't want to always like be on the go 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 go. They want to relax. They want to take like a chill pill. I don't have to make it like they don't have to make it like $1 million, like whatever. It's like to be happy as long as they have like a steady income. You just want to like as long as you just have like that freedom to go to the beach, chat with friends. Have just like in the West they will do. That is like the life they're mostly like seeking for, but they don't have like the resources like to take themselves like to all the countries or like to find work there. So it's like they're stuck here. So but being here now, like how can I get like have this life that I think of like the more relaxed life.
Yeah.
That is most like the concern and also like the venting that I actually like got from the interviews.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on there. I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't know when they move here. I believe that's something, there's some, I guess, not, I wouldn't say biases, but
Yeah, sure.
you hit the nail on the head by saying, if you do have money and you can live here comfortably, Korea is the best place for you.
It is.
People are usually independent from themselves. They're very respectful. It's super clean here.
It is clean.
It's super convenient. You get anything that you want.
Right.
But if you don't have, money here, or if you're not working, even for Korean citizens, I mean, there's a lot of pressure for you,
is.
right? So I feel like, some foreigners, they come here and they don't get what they want because they don't really understand what's happening here
That is true.
in Korea on the ground level, living here, which you do have.
Right.
So what is one kind of advice you would give that people really don't know about living in Korea that you would tell, I guess, let's say, a foreigner as yourself and a foreigner, when I first came here too? What advice would you tell them? Their ambitions maybe you see their ambitions similar to you.
Right.
What would you tell them?
It's always like not that deep. It's always not that deep. It's always not about you. Sometimes like it's cultural nuances, and always zone out. Don't be too zoned in. I feel like you're way too focused, and it doesn't mean like you're not interested in the culture or like because if you're always zoned in to like your surrounding, you get affected. Every little thing is gonna annoy you. It's gonna stress you out. You're gonna want to leave. Zone out. Don't take anything personal. Try to zone out. Distance yourself. Like keep a safe distance. Have like one close friend, but zone out from like every other thing. You want to create content, do it. Be respectful about it. You can create a life about Korea. You can literally like, do anything about Korea. How about interacting with the locals in their language and see how we can actually improve? That is also like a content idea. I have I wouldn't call him a friend, but like this creator like I interviewed, like I had him for like the hot takes as well, and that is what he's doing right now, like improving his Korean. He speaks like already like pretty good Korean, but like improving his Korean by speaking to the locals, going on dates, like all that stuff. and he's currently like blowing up on social media.
That's
And
good.
he's doing like really good. So stuff like that is something like just interact with the locals as much as possible. Like in a very respectful way. But like if you don't want to do that, just zone out. So like it's always like not that deep. Yeah.
I totally agree with you on
Mm-hmm.
that. Is don't get affected personally
Right.
by your expectations, what you have to a certain society.
Mm-hmm.
Get zoned in to your goals
That is true.
and take everything as a sponge
Right.
and move on and keep executing what you need to execute as a content creator.
That is true. We're
Especially
not making it.
cultural
Yeah.
ones.
We're literally like not making it sound. It's not easy. Of course, like it's definitely going to be hard. And yes, God forbid you ever get faced with um, really like unnecessary situations as human beings. Yes, as much as you want to lash out, just try your best not to. Just call it a day. Just yeah. I know like some people might not take this well. It totally makes sense, but just try like not to react like in a certain type of way, because at the end of the day, like we're just foreigners like in like another person's land, and whether they're right, whether they're wrong, nobody cares. It's just you're a foreigner, it's like so yeah.
But yeah, just understand your position.
I understand. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Got you.
That's a
Understand.
perfect yeah
Yeah,
exactly.
understand your position. You are just a foreigner anyway.
Right. So
But be culturally sensitive. Learn the culture. It's going to help you out regardless of how you're going to feel.
That is
Just
true.
do not be sensitive to what other people's reactions are. Yeah.
yeah, you hear the nail on the
Yeah.
head, Eric. Yeah.
Just take it for fuel.
Yeah.
Keep on going. Keep on going,
No.
Kexplorer. Yeah. Well, Jerry, it's been a great interview. And I really appreciate you being on this show.
Well, thank you for having me. I had fun chatting with you.
Absolutely. And we look forward for more content on Kexplorer.
Awesome.
However, I need to ask you a quiet truth question to end the show. If you could whisper one truth into the ear of every person watching your channel,
Right.
what would it be?
Just come to Korea.
Excuse me?
Just come to Korea.
Just come to Korea?
Just come to Korea. Literally. Just come. Forget about like all the interviews. Like it's their experience. It's not gonna be yours. Yeah.
Exactly.
And Korea, like the culture is like always evolving. Things are changing. Videos about foreigners living in Korea like 2 years ago, it's not gonna be the same as foreigners living in Korea now.
Got it.
Yeah.
And if you could whisper a quiet truth to any content creator in your field of business right now,
Yeah.
what would you tell them?
Just ask yourself like, why are you creating the content? It's not that deep. No, it's not that deep. It's just why? Because like when you know the why, then you're gonna be focused. But like if you don't know the reason you're doing it, then it's like you're gonna be all over the place. Yeah. So it's like, why are you creating the content?
One more.
Mm.
If you could whisper a quiet truth back to your home country for people to get inspired just like you,
Right.
how you did,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be?
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. There is always a way out. You keep pushing. Yeah. I do know stuff like as long as you believe in the thing, you believe in the thing, and other people tell you otherwise, you'll be fine. You'll definitely get there. But the moment you start having self-doubts, that's where the problem is. Because I remember, like when I was a lot younger, I told my parents like I want to leave the country, and they were like, "Oh yeah, sure." Like when you get to university, I graduated high school, and I was like, "Okay, I still want to leave the country." And they were like, "Do your masters outside." I was like, "No, we're not doing that." So hence, like I believed in myself even when people had doubts. Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
So what did we learn today? What quiet truth did we learn today? We learned anywhere in the world that you can go to, anywhere in the world that you're from,
right.
especially today's society that's connected globally.
Mhm.
You can travel and make your dreams and make it.
That's true.
Kexplorer, you're one of the quiet truths living in Korea right now. And what's ironic about it, you are exposing lots of culture in Korea, especially on your channel. You are.
Right.
Absolutely exposing in a good way.
Of course.
And I really appreciate you.
Yeah, and
And I hope
having
the
me.
whole world appreciates you too.